Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Luigi, and we are back in Sunless Sea. Now, where we left off last time is we got an upgrade, did a bit of Grand Geo, went down to see the Dawn Machine, which is down here, and as you can see, I have pretty much fully explored the map except for down here, which we were going to do together. And today, I don't want to actually do that exploration. I want to go visit these two places up here that we haven't been to, which will be probably a bit later. But right now, I want to go to Station 3 because when I was last in Iram, I did some trading. And where's the hold? There's the hold. I got myself a Soothe and Copper long box with a handwritten tag delivered at Depot A, Station 3. So we're going to see what happens when we deliver it. But first thing, and then we're going to head out east to visit those other things. First things first, we're going to need some supplies. So I'm going to buy lots of fuel. Like probably way more than we're going to need. But I just want to be ready. And I also want to buy, so this isn't a total loss or a waste of time. I'm going to buy a bunch of mushroom wine. And I'm just going to sink our coffers. And we'll get our hold up to 110. Perfect. And off we go to Station 3, which is just right there. So it won't take too long. Now, what I've been doing to make money, and I've actually found a fairly profitable trade route, is you buy mushroom wine, and you sell it to the Canaanites over here, buy human souls, and come back to Fallen. Oh, one thing I forgot to do. Speaking of human souls, reverse. There was something I was going to do in London. Because I've also, start backing up in reverse. There. Okay. And the Forgotten Quarter is where the genial magician wants to do some stuff, so I need to get enough fragments together for 3 secrets, and I need to get some scintillac. But in the meantime, Brass Embassy. Oh, we can sell human souls there. Why did you come here? Yes, have you been to the Republic then? Did you want to tell me something? Unlock with report Fallen London. Let's see what that does. There was something in your throat. It crowded your mouth. It was hard and nobbled as horn or coal. It spoke rapid, gleeful sentences in one of the languages of hell. It cut your lips when it crawled from your mouth. You're in the street outside the embassy. There's a lump of scintillac in your hand. For memories, the urban devil told you. We have a lump of blue scintillac? Interesting. And it's not part of our cargo. Where'd it go? It went down here. It blazes with an apocyanic radiance. Wars have been fought for less. You may find a use for this, or the alarming scholar will certainly purchase it. Usable in combat, fill all your firing solutions instantly. That doesn't... I could use for that, or I could hold on to it for a while, see where... Because I don't want to sell it to this guy. I think it'd be too valuable for that. So let's go back to the Brass Embassy. Oh, I can keep turning it in then? How do I get it then? Visit your study. That's not it. London? Nope. No idea how I'd get that, but anyways. The Wistful Devil is up at Mount Palmerston wants us to deliver a handwritten note. The Devil is provided intelligence from inside the Brimstone Convention. The aristocrat exiles of Hell. Hell will no doubt be interested. An urban devil ushers you into a copper-paneled interview room. There are hunting prints on the walls, but the hunters are devils and their quarry, women and men. The devil listens, fingers steepled to your story, nodding encouragingly. That's terribly helpful of you. Terribly helpful. Could I have the message, please? He reads it with interest. Oh, that's very good. Allow me to offer a consideration to you. Here, for your trouble. Bring me more, and I'll give you something else. But, do you mind performing some independent verification? You know how expats can get. Sometimes their imagination just runs away with them. Anyways, here's a little present for your source. We've gained 150 and a gift for the Wistful Deviless. Looks like some sort of bug. It is beautifully an animal. Its eyes glisten like digestive fluid. Interesting. We no longer have any of this. A message from the Wistful Deviless. And occurrence your objective encounters with the Wistful Deviless quality is now 50. You have carried intelligence to the Brass Embassy. Interesting. So we have a reason to visit Mount Palmerston again. Sell a shipment of red honey to the Brass Embassy. Maybe it'll wean them off souls. Worth a try for the price they're paying. Interesting. So I should compare their prices for human souls with the actual London, because it might be worthwhile to sell them to London instead. In the meantime, off we go to Station 3. We wasted a bit of fuel doing that, but oh well. Off we go to Station 3, just down there. And as you can see, I've changed up my crewman. I've got the Presbyterian Adventurous, Gunnery Officer. And I still got this guy. And actually, yeah, the blue scintillac is. Wait, is that infinite? Using this item will not consume it? Nice. That is definitely worth it to hold on to then. If we had more guns, that'd be fairly... Oh, another thing I did is I upgraded the main gun, our deck gun. Upgraded it with the Chemist Yard's Health Thrasher. It does about almost twice the damage. Oh, just over twice the damage of the old one. So, thought it'd be worth it. Haven't had really had a chance to use it yet, but eventually I'm going to get a new gun as well. Oh, we want to avoid Abbey. Actually, let's swing by Abbey Rock to get the... Yeah, because the other guns require... I either found aft guns or forward guns, and this ship doesn't have a forward gun, but it has an aft position. So eventually I might switch the mile breaker out for a aft gun. Once I start getting more concerned with hunting, is eventually I'm going to need to get hunt because I still haven't been able to get the strategic information from the Selenet, because well, I need a hunting trophy, and as far as I can tell, the only way to get them is to hunt, but they may be available in the south here, so we're going to figure that out. That port there, and this port there, I think they're just, if I remember correctly, they're just these ships. Oh, that kind of like that ship and that ship. I'm not sure what this one is. I haven't been there yet. It's some sort of wreck. So we're off to station. Like I said, we're off to station 3. Swinging in to visit the Abbey. Trade supplies. Let's compile our port report. I don't want to hand over my recent news. It might be useful later on. Watch the convent. We've gained a strange catch. Handy. And off we go. Next stop, station 3. Let's turn off our light just to conserve fuel, especially since that spotlight's going to be on us in a minute. And I'm kind of tempted just to go full. Okay, there's station 3. Now I'm curious what's going to happen next that we have the Soothing Copper logbox. Will it stay open permanently, or is there any shops going to open? And there we go. Have our crew already used up 4 of those supplies I bought? Interesting. It looks like they have. Oh well. And yeah, our next stop is going to be Gator's Morn, then Con Shadow. Actually, I should probably go Salt Lions, Nuncio, Port Cecil, then up there. Actually, I also want to visit Savior's Rock, because apparently I've never handed in a port report from there. We may infer a Station 1 and a Station 2. We may conjecture a Station 4. Search for signs of other visitors. Let's do that, because last time I found some supplies. Fragments I'll accept. The only way past the wall is the imposing but sturdy-looking triple-locked gate. Silvery metal. A sign beside it reads deliveries. The gate stands open. There are no stevedores, however, and no wagons waiting to help with the heavy cargo. There's also a sign which reads delivers and a painted hand which points instantly up a rock-cut staircase. Make a delivery. There's a cargo in the hold mark for this destination. A long, low, heavy box. It'll be fun getting it up the stairs, no doubt. A twisting staircase. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew. The stairs are sharp-edged and wet, the box is heavy, and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruise to the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There is a warehouse at the top of the stairs, but it is not apparently your destination. Another sign points along the narrow path towards the building, with the spire deliveries, it says, more aggressively this time. Someone in the spired building is singing. The song sets your teeth on edge. Off we go. Sign. Carry the box in the building with the spires. Send ahead to the building for extra hands. No, that sounds too risky. Sign says deliveries, but it doesn't mean this deliveries are complete. Going the extra distance might mean you can charge more for your efforts. I like that one. A grudging reward. The path is slippery and lined with mushrooms. You and the crew have to stop 7 or 8 times to set down the box and blow on your hands. The closer you get, the less the building with the spire looks like a church. The walls are soot blackened and made of brick. There are no windows, only narrow vents up near the roof. From these a low singing can be heard. The song so cheerful that your crew look at one another and frown. It is the song of someone keeping the monsters at bay. At last you are close enough to bang on the door. A Stewart acolyte answers it. She is dressed in black from head to foot. Her gloves are thick leather, and her goggles are double glass. Leave the boxes at the door, she says to you, and then she turns back towards the building, singing her song, singing about candied kittens and flaming violets and the coming of spring. Judging by the rhyme, she is inventing the words as she goes along. You stop her and explain that you expect your extra reward work to be rewarded. She makes a grudging gesture but complies. We have 100 fragments. We have now a station 5 times station 3, earning the acolyte's favor. You succeeded in the iron challenge. Uh, the extra acolytes directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in 3 rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drowning, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary except for the slight dissentation of the skin over the breastbone. Gently the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto a marble slab. Without pausing her layer, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. Whatever she's about to say. 58 chance of success. Let's give it a shot. And we failed. Metal and metal. The Ester acolyte extracts deftly and with very little blood a heart-sized sphere of silver-gray metal. Despite your keen observations, you cannot work how the sphere grew there or what it is for. With a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere and another sphere inside that and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out with tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though her words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with the word of the correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again and the marble slab wiped clean, she comes to pay you. Thank you, she says. Return another day. I may have something else for you. You now have one secret. Deliver a long box allocate. Return later. What is uses hurt metal to you, but then what use is a long box? Perhaps you imagine the whisper at the shoulder. What use indeed is a heart? When you turn, there's only the ragged flirting of the wind. Let's go and come back later. And there are no shops, of course. So off we go to Salt Lions, because that's more en route rather than taking. And we can. Yeah, it's definitely a more direct line from Salt Lions to Dundee to Port Cecil. Then we can go there, Empire of Hands. I may have made a mistake in buying the mushroom wine. So I'll be back when we're across the ocean, because you guys have seen this many times before. I'm just going to go Salt Lions, Nuncio, Port Cecil, and then when we return, we'll be at this place here. I'll be back in a minute. Bye. Well, second to you. Bye. Alright, I'm back. We're at Port Cecil, and we are off to visit the wreck of the Nocturne, as it's called. I have never been there before, but visit for the first time on camera. I didn't even know there was, there's the wreck of the Emperor's Wolfgang down there, but you can't dock with it, so. Electric shiver to the air, storm is watching, the sailors would say. So, first things first, wreck of the Nocturne, then Empire of Hands. I did drop into the port there once, and apparently it is inhabited by eight men. Kind of like Planet of the Apes. The old series, not the new one. Yeah, that 8-movie series or something like that. The one with the famous scene is like, you blew it all or something like that. The guy on the beach in front of the broken Statue of Liberty. I can't remember the exact line. Anyways, there she is, the wreck of the Nocturne. I have a funny feeling she has something to do with the spider place, this spider place down here to the south. I don't know what it is. Something about the wreck tells me, says spiders to me. And there, the floating strand of web graced your face. The air hints at spiders. I wonder where he's getting that impression. The wreck of the Nocturne. The webbed hulk of this once proud vessel refuses to be dragged beneath the waves. Board this empty mausoleum. Superstition of the thie give even cynical sailors pause before ransacking half-drowned vessels. Still, nothing in the code prohibits indulging curiosity. Unlocked with Savior's Rock. Walk into my parlor, said blank. 0 and Savior's Rocks. Walk into my parlor, said blank. No more than 9. Interesting. So we need foxfire candles for this. No shops, of course. So next stop, Empire of Hands. Maybe we can buy foxfire candles there. Because I'm really curious about what that is. Because that looks like the battleship vessel kind of thing. And if we could just recover that, that'd be pretty cool. Of course, I wouldn't want to do it yet because I still want to make my fortune trading. Because I don't have a considerably reliable form of way to make money without a huge cargo hold yet. We approach the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight lest the Pentecost apes take them from us. Any second now we should be seeing it. That's the island to the south. And there we go. That's a... I don't remember this. I came in from the north last time, so I might not have seen everything. But that is definitely a dirigible. And I was reading on the forums. Apparently, they're supposed Sunless Sea was submitted by a Kickstarter, and one of the stretch goals was the castles of the Salian or something like that. And apparently, we were going to be able to buy dirigibles to go up there and visit. So I guess that's what that would be. Port Stanton, Empire of Hands. Let's come into dock. Zalian Empire of Hands. Communal wooden boats offer free passage to all travelers willing to row between islands. Soul-hungry monkers reluctantly tend this trading post, waiting for an opportunity to escape. Interesting way to put that. Let's be careful, I guess. Don't want to do that, because they were just saying, a comprehensive port report. If you have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo, the Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. So 4 islands to explore. So, audience with the flea-ridden mare. He is not busy, no appointments are required. King of an empty castle. The flea-ridden mare scratches himself on a chair made of crates, surrounded by boxes of long rod and trade goods. As a 5-souled ape, he would be able to petition for membership of court. For now, the trade embargo has left him trapped on the island outside a 3-souled overseer with no talent for order. Oh, that's a interesting picture. He doesn't have much offer, but you aren't using. 200 echoes for my soul. I think I got a better deal from the what's-her-face up at Mount Palmerston. Acquire fresh supplies. Oddly little of the Empire of Hands' natural bounty is edible. The monkeys will be finding the edible stuff for a fee. Acquire emergency fuel. 40 echoes per barrel. No thanks. Outside a crowd of monkeys that have absolutely not been listening in scampers away. Yeah. Zeppelin. 2 monkeys guard wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them, walk away, walk faster. Good human. Interesting. So let's visit these islands. To do that, Zalian the Empire of Hands. Scouting trip. So, let's visit one of them, see how long it takes. Neither man nor becomes this volcanic remnant between islands haunted, they say. Ridiculous. A wooden palace stretches across the whole island. Passage to it is lit by a field of tiny glim buoys. Scouting trip Fountainhead Island. Ancient secrets peek out of the trees. Any may visit, but few penties ever bother to make the pilgrimage. A scouting trip Peace Shake Island. A thin pillar of greasy yet appetizing smoke rises from the only human settlement in the Empire. So, I like that. Let's go visit. The Admiralty has never stated precisely why it seeks to keep the Empire confined, though most opposition to it fades once that opposers actually encounter a Pentecostal ape. They have never been easy to corral, however. Though they do not lack wit, they are not an inventive bone in their hairy body, and no amount of stolen humanity has taught them the art of creating enigmas. Sorry about that, had a cough. The lost treasure hunter. He squints at a map when he approaches the village. Greasy smoke and guilty, tempting aromas rise from a collection of huts around a long-beached pirate ship and a field of pointedly impaled monkeys. Interesting. An explosion almost takes off your head. Sorry about that, booms the boisterous pirate, lowering a smoking blunderbuss. A bit of shattered tree rain down. A new arrival, are we? Well, if you haven't got a tail, you're all right by me. He squints momentarily suspicious. You don't have a tail, do you? Wouldn't put it past the thieving little buggers to go shaving one of their own. Wouldn't know fair play if it kicked them right up the arse. His voice is louder than his blunderbuss. The congealed meat juices in his thick beard are better not considered. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. Returned to the boat, they seem a friendly sort, and are shocked at the idea that they would ever be such poor hosts as to eat a guest, but then they have no shortage of supplies. Back to Port Said. The sea is quiet, the journey is pleasantly uneventful. They have not been eaten by You have not been eaten by pirate cannibals, all things considered, a successful trip. Interesting. Anyways, I'm going to leave the rest of this exploration to the next episode. I will see you then. Bye.